Hey beautiful, welcome back. In today's video, we are going to be doing an eyeshadow tutorial and we are going to be using the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette again. I figure since they are continuing to restock this palette and a lot of people are still getting their hands on it for the first time, I might as well do another tutorial and throw up another idea of what you can do with this palette. And actually, I really like the look that I did in my last video, and though I didn't show it, I used this palette to achieve that look, girl. So we are gonna kind of go for that today, but also we're gonna tweak a couple of things. Baby, don't forget to be kind and please find those like and subscribe buttons down below. Alright, gorgeous, we're going to start off by setting our primer with some translucent powder. I find this really helps to keep your shadows from sticking and creasing. And you can definitely use an eyeshadow if you prefer, or you don't have setting powder laying around, but this definitely helps. Now we're going to crack this pretty lady open and we're going to start with our first matte transition shade, and I'm going to go in with this one right up here. It's probably the lightest kind of neutral tone in the palette and I pretty much always use this as my first shade. I don't know why, just seems like a good one to start with. And I'm just going to throw that on my crease to brow bone area and I'm going to pull that one up a little bit. Alright, lovely. The next shade that we're going to be going in with is this one right here, the one right next to it. Slightly darker, but about the same, and I think that'll be a good way to start the transition today. And I'm going to put it in just about the same area that I did my first color, and just kind of blend them together, starting to create some of that depth that I really like to get in my crease to brow bone area. Now with this shade, I'm actually going to be taking some extra product and extra time blending it in, because this is the first like kind of dark shade that we're going in with, and I really want it to blend out and into those first two colors really well, though I am going to keep it a little bit closer to my crease than the other two. And for the most part, I am doing that windshield wiper movement that I really like to do. I don't know why, that's always how I've done my eyeshadows. Before I move on to the darker 2 or 3 shades that we're going to be using, I like to really go in and buff it out just a little bit. Make sure that I'm not creasing at all, because if you're creasing already with the lighter tones, girl, you're gonna really be having some crease action going on with the darker ones. So just make sure you go in and blend out really well before moving on to the darker shades. And definitely make sure that you get in from one corner to the other. At this point, before I move on to the darker 2 or 3 shades that we're going to be using, I like to really go in and buff it out just a little bit. Make sure that I'm not creasing at all, because if you're creasing already with the lighter tones, girl, you're gonna really be having some crease action going on with the darker ones. So just make sure you go in and blend out really well before moving on to the darker shades. And definitely make sure that you get in from one corner to the other. Alright, baby cakes, we are going to move on with this shade right here. It's a really pretty like red brick brown color, and it's so pretty in the crease. And we are going to keep this kind of lower in our crease, and we will blend it up some once we get it on there. But I think the shades that we are using today look so just spectacular together. And these are actually like kind of my go-to matte colors in this palette. I don't know about you, but I love me that sandy brown color. I cannot believe that I forgot to put on my little line of setting powder. So we're going to pause for the cause, girl, and I'm going to get this on my face. Girl, I don't know why I always forget to do that whenever I'm recording a tutorial, but I'm like the worst like beauty guru ever, so just keep that in mind, all right? All right, gorgeous. So this is where we are at so far, and really for a daytime look, girl, you don't need to go any darker if you don't want to, and actually I think these colors look really good on their own, but you know me, I just can't stop. I need some more red in my life, so I'm gonna go with this darker color, and it's like a really pretty, like super dark, like red, almost burgundy, and you know I'm a sucker for the burgundies. So I'm going to be using just a teeny bit of that to kind of redden up my crease colors. Ooh. See, and you really don't need much to give it kind of like a reddish tone to it. And it's such a dark pigmented color. Oh, I love it. Love it so much. Because this color is very pigmented indeed, girl, you need to really blend that one out and buff it in there. You can do your little windshield wiper too, but I say buffing it in works a little bit better for me. And then I wanted to mention really quickly before we go any further that I've been kind of buffing it out a little bit more at the edge and pulling it up and out just a little bit instead of kind of down and out like I normally would. I'm kind of digging this shape to my eyeshadow as well, actually. We are going to move on to the shimmer. Girl, we are going to be going in with this color today, and it's a really pretty, like orangey pink. It reminds me of like a sunset, and it's just a really pretty shimmery color. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. Ah, and since I'm going for more of an everyday look, I'm not going to be cutting my crease today though, baby. You are more than welcome to do so. I'm just going to go in with my setting spray on my brush. And of course, I'm using my favorite Rainforest of the Sea from Tarte, their Marine Boosting Mist. It's more of like a skincare product, I think, but it works really well for enhancing that shimmer in your eyeshadows. And we're just going to throw it on with quick little swipes like that. Instead of just like one, swift movement, if you will. Just some quick little swipes, I think, puts the color on a little bit more evenly. Today I want to try some colors with it, and basically this is a great everyday look on its own. You can go in with some of the mattes that you used for your crease to brow bone area and just throw it on down there, kind of blend them out a little bit, but I want to try something new. I want to experiment. So I'm going to start by putting down just a little bit of this on my lower lash line, and then we're going to go in with that purple and go over it just a little bit. And it's the same idea as when you're doing your mattes in your crease. I feel like throwing down a lighter shade or two before you really go in there with some color kind of helps to keep it from dragging and can somewhat prevent the awful raccoon eye we all hate so much. I'm going to take some of that purple, and I think I'm going to start with it on the outer half of my lower lash line and kind of blend it in towards the inner corner and just see how that looks. Because it's really dark, I don't know if I want to do my full lash line with it. Oh, it looks really nice underneath my lower lash line. I really like that, and like the orange and the purple. Yeah, I love me some colors on my face. So I'm actually going to add some more color, and we are going to go in with this pretty lady down here. It's a really pretty like teal blue shimmer, and I'm going to use this to highlight my inner corner. I think I'll go with something more neutral for my brow bone. There she is. Got all my brushes sitting right here, and I still can't find anything. Anybody else got that same problem? Girl, I swear it's just madness. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Girl, that's what I'm talking about right there. Oh, it's pretty. I love this teal blue. I love it. Love it so much. Alright, girl, so this is the finished eye look, and I'm just going to throw on some of my pink highlighter on my cheeks. I feel like pink would be a good addition to this look. Oh, oh, love me some bright colors. Oh my god. Then we are going to finish this look off with my summer obsession. This is NARS lip gloss in the color Orgasm. And it's just such a pretty like corally orange pink with a gold shine back to it. I was so obsessed with this all summer. I don't see that stopping anytime soon, girl. I mean, for real. We just need to finish off the look with some setting spray. And we are all good, girl. We are all good for today. So let me know down in the comments what you think of this eye look. Do you think this blue and purple is too much, or do you think it would be better with the neutrals? I don't know. I like the colors myself, but I'm always curious to hear what y'all have to say. You know I love hearing from you. In the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and go out and spread some love and positivity today, girl. We could all use some extra. Have a fabulous weekend, beautiful. Mwah. Love you guys. Bye, everyone.